A controversial ban on wearing religious symbols has been passed in a Canadian province for some people working in the public sector. Lawmakers have called the move the right to have secular public services and separate state and religion. Now, the legislation will affect government employees, police and teachers, for example, and will apply to Muslim headscarves, Jewish skullcaps and other various symbols. Last-minute changes to the bill also included the introduction of inspectors who will be tasked with ensuring people abide by the new law. But some in Quebec have criticised the move for violating basic rights.
The Prime Minister has once again suggested that Quebec's values are incompatible with fundamental rights.
The 16th of June 2019 is a very sad date that has just entered the history books of Quebec. A date that will forever mark a vision of Quebec that divides rather than brings together, that excludes rather than includes, that stigmatizes rather than reconciles.
Will there be police officers going after people to check if they have religious signs? We don't know. It's not clear. We didn't even have time to analyse this modification clearly. They did it in a very undemocratic way.
OK, for a little more depth on this, we spoke to university lecturer Dr. Oren Amate and Travis Patron, the leader of the Canadian Nationalist Party.
Down the rabbit hole we go, because what is religious and what is not? I tend to believe that politics and religion are intertwined necessarily to a certain degree. And at the end of the day, when you say wedding rings could be seen as a religious symbolism, the next step after that could be the apparel people wear, not just talking about face veils, but the dresses women wear or the clothes men wear. And what this is really pointing to is a Quebec that is known in Canada to be fierce about protecting their identity. And that is why the Quebec voters voted in a nationalist, populist government with the CAQ. And right now, as the Premier, Mr. Legault himself says, they're getting exactly what they voted for.
Well, the problem is, whenever you're prevented from doing something that you feel that you should have the right to do, or that something that's so important to you on a very fundamental level, like as many Muslims say about their religion, you are really setting it up for a lot of I think both demonstrations and likely physical clashes, because people believe that their existence is on the line and they feel that they are justified to use any means necessary to fight for what they feel is their right. So when anybody feels that their rights are being taken away from them, then we can expect there to be, as I said, I think physical clashes, and it's going to all be under the rubric or the guise of Islamophobia. They're going to say it's a blatant attack against a particular group, and when you're fighting for that cause, this has potential ramifications globally, where people say, oh, we thought Canada was such a welcoming, diverse country, but it seems that at least part of it, Quebec, is Islamophobic. And who knows what kind of repercussions we can expect moving forward when people from other countries might decide to make a statement beyond a simple protest.